Welcome to the Deep Dive. If you're someone who loves uncovering those less trodden paths of history and culture, maybe you're just curious about destinations that offer, well, more than meets the eye, then today's Deep Dive into Tunisia is definitely for you. We're going to try and unlock the secrets of a country that sits at this really fascinating crossroads between North Africa and the Mediterranean. Our mission today really is to sift through all the information we've gathered, articles, research, our notes, and pull out those truly important nuggets of knowledge. Maybe some surprising facts, too, about Tunisia. Think of this as your shortcut, a way to get informed fast about a place that promises, I think, a pretty unforgettable journey, whether you're into history, beaches, desert adventures, or maybe something completely off the beaten path. Let's explore. So to kick things off, maybe someone listening doesn't have Tunisia right at the top of their travel list. Why should it be their next big adventure? What makes it so compelling?
Well, what's truly remarkable about Tunisia, and maybe the first thing that jumps out from all the research, is how its geography, its actual location, has shaped this cultural tapestry that's, well, it's unlike almost anywhere else. For thousands of years, it's been this coveted spot. It's seen empires rise and fall. We're talking Phoenician, Roman, Arab, Ottoman, French.
Wow, quite a list.
Right. And this isn't just, dry history. It's a living blend that you can literally see and feel. It's in the architecture, the local traditions, even just the rhythm of daily life. And that blend, it goes beyond culture into the landscape itself. You might picture North Africa and just think desert, right?
Yeah, mostly sand dunes.
Exactly. But Tunisia offers these really striking contrasts. You've got the classic golden dunes of the Sahara, sure, but then also these incredibly blue turquoise Mediterranean shores. You find lush mountains unexpectedly right alongside arid deserts. It's a country of really stark, beautiful transitions.
That's actually a powerful point for me, just how much diversity is packed into one single country. It's not just one kind of trip. It's like a whole spectrum of experiences. And speaking of that rich history, our sources highlight some truly incredible sites. For someone really passionate about ancient civilizations, what's maybe one historical site in Tunisia that just jumps out? What makes it so compelling?
That's tough. There are so many. But for me, I think it has to be the El Jem Amphitheater.
El Jem, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you see Roman amphitheaters all over, right? But El Jem, the sheer scale of it and how incredibly well preserved it is, it's genuinely breathtaking. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, often compared to the Colosseum in Rome. But what's insightful, I think, is how it lets you visualize the power of that empire. In a way, few other sites really can. It's not just looking at ruins, you almost feel like you could hear the crowds.
So it really transports you. It's not just stones. Okay. And beyond that, that grand Roman scale, what about sites that give a glimpse into maybe other layers of Tunisia's past? I'm thinking of places like the Medina of Tunis or Kairouan.
Absolutely. The Medina of Tunis, for example. It's not just a market. It's this living labyrinth, you know. Narrow alleyways, colorful souks, historic mosques. It's a UNESCO site, too. It gives you this incredibly vivid, kind of unfiltered glimpse into medieval Islamic architecture and culture. You can almost trace the footsteps of merchants and scholars from centuries ago. It's quite something. And then further south, you mentioned Kairouan, also UNESCO listed. It's particularly significant. It has the Great Mosque of Upa, and it holds the distinction of being the fourth holiest city in Islam.
Fourth holiest, wow.
Yeah. So these sites, along with others like Dogaro, which is this exceptionally well-preserved Roman city up in the northern hills, they really show how different civilizations built upon and subtly changed what came before. It's like a dialogue between eras etched in stone if you look closely enough.
That's fascinating, that idea of seeing the layers. Okay, so if you thought Tunisia's history was captivating, wait till we talk about its natural beauty. Prepare to be amazed, I think, by the contrast. Imagine, venturing into the huge dunes of the Sahara. Our sources make it clear this isn't just some distant view. You can actually experience it. Camel safaris, 4x4 tours, usually starting from towns like Duz or Tazur.
Right. Duz is actually known as the Sahara Gateway. And here's a little surprising nugget. It hosts this annual international festival of the Sahara.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's not just a tourist thing. It's meant to be a real deep dive into authentic Bedouin culture. You get traditional music, dance, even camel races. It gives you a sense of that desert life, that's been going on for centuries.
That sounds incredible. And the landscapes get even more otherworldly, apparently. I was really intrigued by places like Matmata, famous for its traditional underground Berber homes.
The troglodyte dwellings.
Right. And this area was even used for filming Star Wars, which must create this really surreal, almost lunar kind of feel.
It does. It's quite unique. And similarly, Tatooine, with its ancient granaries and these Berber hilltop villages called Khazars, well, that famously inspired George Lucas's planet Tatooine.
No way.
Yeah. It genuinely feels like stepping onto another world sometimes.
That's wild.
And what's remarkable, I think, is how these varied natural settings offer such different types of experiences, from that deep cultural immersion in the desert to just pure relaxation on the coast. Tunisia really does cater to different travel styles. And speaking of the coast, it's got, an impressive 1,100 kilometers of Mediterranean coastline.
That's a huge stretch of coast.
Yeah.
And it includes spots like the Cap Bon Peninsula. Our sources describe that as a paradise, olive groves, citrus orchards, pristine beaches. Sounds ideal for just relaxing or water sports.
Definitely. Or you have Hammamet, which is known more for its luxurious resorts, spas, maybe a bit more nightlife. And then for something completely different, there's Jerba Island. It's this charming island escape. Beautiful beaches, yes, but also bustling markets and this really unique Jewish-Arab cultural blend. It's like a mini Tunisia in itself.
Interesting.
And of course, you also have popular resort towns like Sousse and Monastir. They do a great job of blending the historical Medinas with modern hotels and these lively waterfronts.
Okay, wow. After all that exploring, ancient ruins, desert dunes, coastal towns, you're definitely going to work up an appetite. Good thing Tunisia's food scene sounds just as rich and diverse as its landscapes.
Oh, absolutely. It's this wonderful fusion, really, of Mediterranean and North African flavors. And it's, it's a non-negotiable part of the experience. You absolutely cannot visit without trying couscous. It's the national dish, usually served with meat or seafood, lots of seasonal vegetables. It's fantastic.
Right. Couscous is a must. And for something maybe quicker, savory, brick, is that how you say it?
Brick, yeah. It's delicious. This delicate, crispy pastry, often filled with egg, tuna, herbs. Really popular street food, too.
Sounds good. And for those who like a bit of spice, harissa. It's like a staple in almost every meal. I've even heard stories, maybe exaggerations, of Tunisians putting it on everything, even breakfast eggs. Is that true?
Well, it's not that much of an exaggeration. Harissa isn't just a condiment. It's really a core flavor profile. It's almost like a national identity in a jar.
Wow.
It says a lot about the boldness of Tunisian food. And yeah, to go with these great dishes, you'll find refreshing mint tea everywhere. That's a whole social ritual in itself. Or even some decent locally produced wines. Food is just such a gateway, isn't it, to understanding the culture. Creates some of the best memories of any trip, I think.
Definitely agree. So with all these incredible experiences possible, what does this mean for actually planning your own adventure? Let's get practical for a minute. What's the best time to visit to really make the most of it?
Okay, timing. Generally, spring, say, March to May, is considered pretty perfect for sightseeing. Temperatures are mild, landscapes are blooming. It's lovely. If you're dreaming more of beach holidays or maybe those desert trips, then autumn, September to November is probably ideal. The heat has died down a bit.
Okay. And even winter, December to February, is that still a good time?
Yeah, winter can be great, actually, especially for cultural tours. If you're heading to the southern regions like Tazur and Matmata, the desert climate is much more pleasant then.
But a word of caution, our sources strongly advise avoiding the peak summer months, July and August.
Because of the extreme heat, right? Especially in the desert. You don't want to melt.
Exactly. You don't want to turn into a brick yourself, as you said earlier. Getting there is pretty straightforward. You've got major international airports. Tunis Carthage is the main one. But also, Monastir and Jerba receive plenty of flights. Now, global booking platforms are obviously convenient for comparing fares, finding deals, you know the drill. But here's maybe a deep dive tip for car rental.
Especially if you're thinking of venturing into the desert. Sometimes the smaller local Tunisian rental agencies have better equipped 4x4 vehicles, and they might offer more flexible, locally informed support for those off-road bits that the big international companies might shy away from. Worth checking both, definitely.
That's a really useful practical insight.
Right.
Good tip. And once you're there, accommodation. Sounds like there's plenty of choice. From fancy resorts to cozier places.
Absolutely. Huge range. Luxurious beach resorts, charming little boutique hotels tucked away in the Medinas. Online platforms, like we said, make it easy to filter by price, what you need, ratings, all that. For getting around within the country, shared taxis, they call them louage. Those are very common. Plus trains and buses, they're all pretty economical options. But for real flexibility, especially if you want to get off the beaten track a bit. Discover hidden mountain villages or go deeper into the desert, then renting a car is excellent. And again, booking platforms let you compare different types of cars and prices easily. Look, these practical tips, they're really just meant to empower you, right? To help you plan smartly, feel confident, and kind of cut through the noise so you can focus on the excitement of the trip itself.
Makes sense. And just a few quick general travel tips. Currency is the Tunisian dinar, TND. Credit cards are widely accepted in touristy spots, but always smart to carry some cash, especially for local markets or smaller shops.
Definitely.
Language-wise, Arabic is official. But French is very widely spoken. That's the colonial legacy. And English is common in tourist areas, so communication usually isn't a major issue.
Right.
And safety. Generally, Tunisia is considered safe for tourists, particularly in the main cities and the tourist zones. But as with any international travel, it's always wise to just stay informed, check current travel advisories before you go.
Standard good practice, yeah.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, it feels really clear that Tunisia is so much more than just a spot on the map. It's this vibrant tapestry of time, color, life, just waiting to be discovered. Whether you're dreaming of wandering through ancient ruins, kicking back on a Mediterranean beach, or really immersing yourself in authentic North African culture, it just offers this incredibly diverse, rich range of experiences.
It really does. It's a country that packs so much history and natural beauty into its borders. It's quite a testament, I think, to its unique position in the world.
So after listening to all this, maybe think about what specific insight really stuck with you. What resonated about a place so rich in history, so diverse naturally? A country at these historical and geographical crossroads that keeps evolving, but still holds on to its unique layers so beautifully. Perhaps it was that seamless blend of cultures, or the sheer surprise of the natural diversity, maybe a specific historical echo that kind of call out to you, something to mull over.